Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. I am your girl Beauty by Lenoria across all my social media platforms. If you would, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, and of course get a conversation started with me in the comment section below. But as you guessed, another addition to my Ulta haul. And again, these Ulta hauls aren't just like one order that I just went ahead and just placed. Again, like I told you guys, these are like between 30 and 40 different orders. So I went ahead and just broke them up into different sections so we can just go over the sections together. But if you're ready to see what we got in this section, which is going to be face powders and bronzers, then you guys already know. Just keep watching.
You might be the one taking me home. One thing really lead to one.
Okay, so the first thing I went ahead and got in was I had ordered the Beauty Bakerie, their flower setting powders. I had already ordered them from the actual brand. I went ahead and got Plantain and Almond from the actual brand. Didn't realize it and went ahead and got another Plantain Beauty Bakerie setting powder from ULTA Beauty. So I love these setting powders. I really love it. Let me show you guys what Plantain looks like. It's more of a yellow golden powder that's really good for women of color. So if you're like NC 42 or deeper, you can use this, you know, for under your eyes, or if you're a bit lighter than that, you can use this to set your entire face. If you have more of like a golden or olivey undertone, you can use it to set your entire face. So if any of you guys want the extra one that I had actually purchased, just leave that comment for me or hit me up on my Instagram and my DMs and send me your address and I'll go ahead and mail this out and send you this to you guys. So this is the Beauty Bakerie flower powder setting powder, and this is in the shade Plantain, which is a caramel setting powder. Absolutely love them, absolutely amazing. I did go ahead and get the new L'Oreal Infallible Loose Setting Powder. I did go ahead and get mine in 614, the translucent medium deep. Absolutely love the Infallible line with L'Oreal. Freaking amazing and phenomenal. Now that I'm looking at this looks like the Laura Mercier Air powder, and I think this may be a little too dark to go in and actually set my actual face down with, because it's gonna come across a little red. That's it right there. And for me to set down my face, that would be a little too red for me. So I may have to go in and just use that as in like just bronzing up. Like I will probably just use this as in bronzing up my actual face. I didn't know it was gonna be quite that dark, but it is a matte setting powder that gives just a little bit of color, so that'll be really great to go in around the perimeters of my face and just set around the actual perimeters of my face. So I can't complain anything there. As you guys can see, as it starts to settle into my actual skin, you can actually see it's going a little bit redder for me. So that may be something that I could lightly dust around like a loose bronzer a little bit. So we'll go ahead and we'll give that out a try and see how it goes. I love my Physicians Formula butter bronzers and everything of that nature. Like absolutely love these. So I did go ahead and get this one in the shade Brazilian Glow. So let's go ahead and check this out. Let's see what Brazilian Glow actually looks like. I love the butter bronzers because they smell, they smell like a Hawaiian tropical breeze. They smell like pina coladas. They smell amazing. When you guys first put this stuff on, it just smells so amazing. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, I already see a problem with this one. Okay, so that's not a bronzer. That's not a bronzer. That's a highlighter. For me, that's a beautiful highlighter. Like, that's an amazing highlighter for me. So, what I thought was a bronzer, smells so good, is you looking at it and I'm thinking like, yeah, it's a bronzer. But no, for women of color, just so you know, if you get this shade Brazilian Glow, it's a highlighter for us. It's a really pretty highlighter. And because it kind of mimics bronzing qualities a little bit, it just fades into your skin beautifully. Look how it's sitting on my nose, fading into my skin beautifully. It's a highlighter. Thought it was a bronzer. Smells so good, but it's actually a highlighter. Next thing I went ahead and got in, this is coming in from Revolution Glow. Makeup Revolution company. You know, the different names for the same company. Makeup Revolution. But this is the Revolution Glow. This is their Splendor Glow Ultra Matte Bronzer. How's it an ultra matte bronzer, but it's a glowy bronzer? I'm confused. Anyway, so I went ahead and got it in the shade Deep. So let's go ahead and go in here and let's take it out. Let's look at it and let's see if this is a highlighter that I actually got, or is this is it an illuminating bronzer? Because sometimes when they say glowy bronzer, it's just because it illuminates, so it has a sheen to it to give you more of a healthy look. Yeah, that doesn't necessarily work in the actual, that doesn't work in the winter and fall, but in the spring and summer, it just looks amazing against your naturally bronzed and tan skin. The packaging is beautiful. This packaging is absolutely gorgeous. This packaging is beautiful. This rose gold packaging is beautiful. It does come with a little protective shield inside of it for you guys. Does come with a pretty good mirror. That's a great mirror. So it comes with a really great mirror. And that's the actual product. Ooh, it's looking a little red. Ooh, it's looking a little red. Okay. Okay. So let's go in here. Ooh. Girl, that's a contour. Okay. So I don't know why I be thinking. Okay, so I know I'm not the only one. Sometimes for women of color, people of color, when you see bronzers and different things online, you have a tendency to order the deeper shades because, you know, sometimes these brands be adding up. They don't be doing right. What should bronze my skin complexion actually just turns into a setting powder for my face. It doesn't bronze or do anything. But I should have probably got the medium deep one because this deep one is really, really deep. Really, really deep. Let's just see. On this side right here, let's just see if it can go in here and do anything. And it's super powdery, but it's super pigmented. So let's just go in here with just a little bit. And let's just see what happens. Yeah, it's a contour. It's a contour for me. See that shadow that it's giving me right there? That's a contour. It's a really beautiful contour. So it makes my cheeks just look, yes. Yes, that's a contour. Pretty, beautiful. I really, really like it, but that's definitely a contour. But, you know, while we're sitting up here playing with it, let's just go into the actual L'Oreal Infallible, their loose setting powder, and let's see if it'll bronze up around my forehead a little bit. Let's just see how this plays out. Yeah. Yeah, it just bronzed my forehead. So this, if you guys see it and you guys are having problems or different issues as far as being able to find different bronzers and things, then the loose setting powders from L'Oreal, I would just use it as a loose bronzer. So I'm still happy with it. It's beautiful. You guys, if you're darker than the NC45, definitely go ahead and get it. It's super pretty. It's just on me. It's just gonna go in and cut and add a little bit more definition to my face. So for me, it's more of a contour. But so far, I got a bronzer that's a highlighter. I got a bronzer that's a contour. And I got a face setting powder that's a bronzer. Lynn, it is, okay. Lynn, I don't know what's happening, Lynn. Okay. So the next thing that we went ahead and got in that I just wanted to go ahead and try out with you guys. This is by Revolution Makeup. All these names. This is from the Patricia Bright collection. And this is her Dusk to Dawn face palette. I love being able to support YouTubers when they do different products and packaging. This packaging is absolutely beautiful. Reminds me a little bit of the actual Too Faced 10 packaging. Love this. And I love the fact that we do get a really great mirror on the inside with a protection shield on the actual mirror. And I do get a blush, a bronzer, and a highlighter. So let's go ahead and let's go in here and let's take a look at this actual... Let's watch it so you guys can actually see it first. That comes up a little purpley. For this deep chocolate brown, this is coming across a little purple. So that lets me know that this will probably be beautiful on deeper skin tones. Absolutely beautiful. But let's just see what happens if I use just a little bit. And go in here on the other side. Just to, Houston, help. Okay, Houston, help. We got a problem. It's super pigmented. Super pigmented. So a little goes a really long way. And you guys can see how it just cut right into my cheek. Like, okay. Yeah, you guys can see that. You guys can see how it just cut directly into my cheeks and gave me more definition in my cheeks. So for me, that's probably going to be another contour. Let's go ahead and go into this actual blush shade. And let's put the blush shade right here. Ooh, that's pretty. So just going in with an actual brush. They are a little bit, oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. I know I already had on blush and just putting that over it. But you guys can see that is a really pretty blush. Ooh, that's pretty. I put on a lot. Okay. Let me just go ahead and blend across that a little bit. Let's take that down. Looking a little crazy. Looking a little crazy. Like, Lynn, what is going on? Lynn, what is going on? If you guys go in and you put on too much blush, just go back in with your actual foundation that's left on your actual makeup sponge, and you can actually go ahead and turn it down a little bit so where it actually looks a little bit better. That's super pretty. But while we in here playing, let's go ahead and play with this actual highlighter. So this is what the highlighter actually looks like. That's a blinding highlighter. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So let's go ahead and take the highlighter. Ooh. Ooh. That's pretty. That's pretty. I like the fact that it really does just melt into your actual skin. That's pretty. That's really, really pretty. Like, the Physicians Formula highlighter is really pretty. It's super blinding, but that one just melts into your skin and it gives you more of like a sheen. That's super pretty. Hey, this is super beautiful. Super, super beautiful. Happy about that. Looks like Lynn is going to play with everything. Next thing on the list that we're going to go ahead and talk about, this is in the shade Trailblazer. And Makeup Shade Look was the one that made me order this one. This is the Glamabronze by Morphe. And this is a face and body bronzer. And this is what it looks like. And again, it does have a protective shield thing inside. That's the actual powder. So that looks more like a bronzer for me. Yeah, that looks like that should bronze me beautifully. Let's go in here and, oh, that's really buttery. It's dry, but it's still very buttery. Oh yeah, that's the bronzer for me. So that should be able to bronze me. Let's go in here and let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and use a Sephora 72 brush. And I'm just gonna go in here. It's super buttery. Right here. Oh yeah, see? Immediate color. Immediate color. So that's what it looks like bronzed on this side. This is what it looks like with no bronzer on this side. That is super pretty. Okay, now we gotta go in and fix the other side of my forehead. Can't be looking like an egghead online. That looks crazy. Oh yeah, that is pretty. That is pretty. So guys, if you're my complexion a little bit lighter or a little bit darker, Trailblazer would be the color for us. That is, ooh, that is pretty. That is pretty. Maybe we can get rid of this double chin around here too. They like, no, Lynn, you get rid of that double chin by going to the gym. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and talk about some of my high-end bronzers that I went ahead and got in. And this first one is coming in from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is her powder bronzer, and I did go ahead and get the shade Mahogany. So let's go ahead and see how this plays itself out. Anastasia Beverly Hills, her packaging is so beautiful. If you have trypophobia a little bit when you're looking at it, that's probably gonna freak you out. The little, it's the ABH logo on the front, but it's all these dots for the logo. So trypophobia, that may freak you out a little bit. But anyway, so all you do is just mash this little button right here, and it opens up. And again, it has a protective shield on the inside. Okay, so this looks like it should bronze. It's a little red, so I don't really know about that. Okay, so let's go ahead, and it feels just like the Morphe bronzer, but it's a little bit darker than the Morphe bronzer. See how it goes a little bit more gray tone, where the Morphe bronzer was more brown, but a little bit warm, but it's just more neutral. So let's go in here and just see how this works with correcting a double chin. And I always bring it from my ear down that line to my neck like that, because that creates a natural shadow right here for your actual neck. But let's see, did that help with the double chin? Yes, bitch, it did. Look at that. You know, like I ate Oreos all day. Over here just eating all the goddamn Oreos. Yes, look at that. Oh, that is pretty. That is super pretty compared to the other side. Yes, yes. So this Morphe one may be the one I use across my face, but to go ahead and just chisel out this little double chin on the bottom. Yes, okay, so that's pretty. Last bronzer we went ahead and got in, high-end brand. Okay, yeah, BECCA is going out of business. We understand that, but I had already bought this because it was something I saw that I had wanted. So I love bronzers. So this is the BECCA Sunlit Bronzer in Ipanema Sun. So this is a sunlit bronzer package. BECCA has beautiful packaging. BECCA has beautiful packaging. You guys already seen the video I put up with the downfall of brands and what actually happened with BECCA. Sad, but you know, it happens. Anyway, this is BECCA. You guys know their components. It doesn't really have any smell or anything. So I'm just wiping off the brush as I go in here and use it. Now I'm just gonna go in here and swatch across it. It has a sheen to it. So that should be more of a healthy bronzer. And it's like the Morphe. It's just like, right here is the BECCA one. And it's just like the Morphe one. It just has a little bit more sheen. And the Morphe one is more pigmented than the actual BECCA one. So let's just go in here. Okay, let me not be completely retarded. And over here where I had put the contour shades in earlier, let's go ahead and just clean across those. That's pretty. That's pretty. Let's do it differently. Let's go ahead and put it on the nose so you guys can actually see. Contouring one side of the nose versus contouring the other side of the nose. It's a buildable type of bronzer, which means you can go in and add and build up your actual layers. And you can see this part of my nose is contoured and shifted to my face, where this part isn't. So that is super pretty. It's just a buildable one, which means it's kind of foolproof, dummy proof a little bit. And I like that because that means I'm not gonna have any problems or issues with going in and it's already too thick, too heavy, too hard. That and the fact, you guys know I don't have a bridge, so I have to go in and fake it like I make it with my actual nose anyway. And I always take my bronzers and I go around my nose right here because I like for my nose to stick out and sit off of my actual face. So I'll just go around my nostrils like that, because see how it comes forward? My nostrils and everything come forward. I like that look a whole lot better since I don't actually have a bridge. You know how babies are born, they don't have a bridge right here? I don't have a bridge right here. So that's the reason why, you know, you guys hardly ever see me contour my nose, because it's like, what nose? I don't have one. But yeah, that's pretty. That's super pretty. Let's go ahead and build out this little dip right here in between my lips. Let's see how this works out. Yeah, you can see more of a dip right there. When you guys are doing your makeup and different things, if you go in there and if you'll go ahead and put just a little bit of shadow down in your little dip right here, your Widow's Peak dip, or heck, I don't know what you would call it. I'm gonna use the Physicians Formula, which should be a it should be a bronzer, but for me it's a highlighter. If you go in there and you add shadow right here, and then you go into like the top little humps right there underneath your nostril, and just put just a little bit of highlighter on top of both of those humps, what you'll get is something that'll make your lip right here look more defined up top, and it'll sit out better and make your lips look a little bit bigger. So I'm here for it. Okay, so for all of these, I love, 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 love all of these. This is a contour for me. I love the blush in it, love the highlighter in it, and this is a contour. So the Patricia Bright from Dusk Till Dawn is a contour for me. Blush and highlighting here is absolutely beautiful. The Revolution Beauty, their Revolution Glow Ultra Matte Bronzer and Glow in the shade Deep is the actual contour for me. That's what they look like on my arms. And you're like, that's a gambit of shades and colors. And that's what happens when you are a person of color. You can use multiple shades and colors. And of course, in the winter time, when I'm my color that I am now, a lot of these deeper shades won't work for me. But depending on how 2021 summer turn out, if I can go traveling, if I could be on somebody's beach or on the boat or something like that, and I start to really tan down back into my really tan deep complexion, then some of these contours may start to turn into bronzers. And what I'll do is I'll just simply mix like a bronzer with the contour a little bit as I start to tan and get deeper. And that's how I always have like a custom blend for bronzers and contours for me. So that's just another hack that you guys can actually do. But there we go. That's the end of the video, YouTube. Let me know which ones you like the best, which ones look the best. They all pretty much wore in just the actual same. And going across them, they still hold their pigmentation, they still hold their value. Of course, that one up there is just holding on for dear life, but you know, and it's just all over the place. Pay no attention to my ashy hands. I'm having to wipe this stuff off. Anyway, guys, I love you guys. I don't care if you're watching me in the morning, afternoon, late at night, or just in the evening, you know, just whenever you decide to put on a video and come chit chat with your girl. I really appreciate that, YouTube. As always, I love you guys. Be careful, be safe. Thank you, and until next time, bye YouTube.